The multiverse and the Spider-Verse are officially a major part of live action. Now, of course, in animation, it's been here for quite a few years, and if you really go back, it's been here for decades. Now, Tom Holland says he wants to join Across the Spider-Verse because, well, you know.
Hello, I like money.
When it comes to the future of Spider-Man, it seems like everybody that's working in Hollywood is trying to bet on some sort of connection to the bigger Spider-Verse. Whether it's multiple Sony Spider-Verse films in development, what Marvel Studios is trying to do, the comics have heavily been focusing on it for the better part of the last decade, so it's really no surprise that the live-action Tom Holland version of Spider-Man wants to join the, well, I guess animated version? Would he be animated? I'm not really sure. I've always said, if they do this, they need to do the whole, Space Jam type of scenario where you just drop Tom Holland into the animated universe and he looks out of place. But I believe with their technology, they can make it look better than Space Jam because, well, Spider-Verse really just broke new grounds in terms of animation and approach to so many different styles working together. So it's no surprise that Tom Holland was interviewed by Comic Book and Sci-Fi Wire and actually multiple other outlets. And when asked about future plans and appearances as Spider-Man, he's mentioned a few times now that, you know what? Across the Spider-Verse, I want to join that. And not only that, he's also said he wants some of his co-stars to join, such as MJ and maybe even Ned. So, you never know. I think it could work. I mean, how cool would it be if we had Tom Holland pop up in live action and they end up going to another version of the multiverse, and let's say Part 2 or something, or Spider-Verse 3 or whatever they end up doing, and they end up running into MJ, who's also a variant of Spider-Man. That would be really cool. Like, I think there's something worth exploring there, and you can imagine the shock, the banter, and how the story goes. And I would really like this, and I think eventually we're going to get to that, but I think Sony's learned to take their time, and it's kind of shocking to say that, because if you look back at the different approaches to different projects, Venom was all about, get this done any way possible, it doesn't matter if it doesn't make sense, we'll throw Spider-Man in here if we have to. And Spider-Verse, they were like, hey, we want to do live-action Spider-Man in this. And Sony goes, no, you're going to do that later. We have to get to that. We have to build that up according to an actual story. So it's interesting how different approaches for different projects are being perceived. But again, I think it's only a matter of time, right? They're not going to ignore this, especially if the actor wants it. Because why would you? The potential revenue stream there is absolutely astronomical. So do it, make it a thing, and it's going to be big. So what do you guys think? What's your take on this? Do you want to see it? Do you think they should do what I want, which is the Space Jam thing? Or do you think they should just make MCU Spider-Man animated, which I think would take away from the MCU Spider-Man factor? But I don't know.